Hey, what's up?
I have a boyfriend.
What's your name?
Kayla.
You have a boyfriend? I just asked you what your name is.
Yeah, but I have a boyfriend.
Okay. I was just seeing if you wanted to hang out later.
I don't think I can. What kind
of... So the guy goes up and talks to the girl, and he looks pretty nice, right? Like he's got nice hair, nice shirt, nice pants, whatever. But his car is ugly, and she's like, "I have a boyfriend." Okay, I think I see where this is going.
Busy.
All right.
Wait, I thought that was your car.
He's standing beside the ugly car. But then he walks back to his own car, which is actually nice. And the girl's like, wait, I thought that was your car. You cannot make this shit up, guys. We're going to quote Kanye here. It's saying she a gold digger.
No. This is my car.
Yeah, if you didn't want me at my when I didn't have money, then why would I want to be with you when I do? Is the phrase there.
But you didn't want to hang out later?
No. You said you had a boyfriend, remember?
Yeah, but we just hang out as
Said you had a
friends.
boyfriend.
You don't have to date.
You're a gold digger. Yeah.
I'm not
Good
a
job.
gold digger.
You're a gold digger.
That was amazing. Hello and welcome to Helios blog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub and hit all for notifications. If you're watching on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a video compilation, maybe a blog post, send it to the heliosblog@gmail.com. Also, if you agree or disagree with my points, please leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. Let's continue. Oh my god.
What's your type?
I got the abs, nice skin, tall.
Okay. What about you? Man, I like me something real slim. You know what I'm saying? I like me something, big bone, real slim.
Oh, that's body shape.
Oh my god. I need someone tall with nice abs and nice skin. But then when the guy says he doesn't want a fat girl, she's like, that's body shaming. Hilarious. Meanwhile, she's actually thin and good looking. Like, you cannot make this shit up, guys.
Amen.
Tell me how you just said the same thing I did. So how's that body shaming? Respect.
Exactly. She said the same thing that he did. Exactly. That's not body shaming. Anyway, I mean, it's just having standards, right? And what's funny is that a girl's standards are actually the girl standards are actually much higher than the guys, right? Like, to get abs as a guy, you need like 14% body fat or lower, which is actually very hard for most men to attain. So in addition, they also need to be muscular, right? So to get abs and be muscular, right, is actually like, it takes men 5 to 8 years of steady effort to get to that level, right? To get that kind of muscle. Women, all they need to do is not eat a bunch of McDonald's. You see the difference?
Respectfully.
Cause guys don't have feelings. Like, this fuck guys. They be body shaming all these girls. You gotta look nice for your girl.
Guys don't have feelings? What? That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's like, what? Like, again, here's the hilarious part, right? Guys are the true romantics, right? Women are not romantic. Women are pragmatic. So in their relationship choices. So actually, women are the ones with no feelings, so to speak, when it comes to relationships. But what's even more funny is that they let their feelings kind of spin the relationship, if that makes sense. Okay, anyway, so guys don't have feelings. And when she said you need to look nice for your girl, what is the implication that this guy doesn't look nice? This guy looks pretty fit. Like, what's her problem? Oh, he doesn't have abs, so he's not fit enough for me? Ridiculous.
All right, but you know what? Double standards. Jada Pickett. That's all I'm gonna say. Respectfully. Champagne.
Double standards, Jada Pinkett. Oh, man. Yeah, anyway, let's continue. What I looked like when my boyfriend met me. actually good looking and thin.
Hi, Dan. I just moved in
Nice,
next door.
okay.
I'm a supermodel.
What I looked like when my boyfriend met me? Oh no! What I look like now, and she's gained like 60 pounds. Disaster. By the way, if your girl starts gaining weight like this, sorry, the relationship's over. Like, you never let your girl gain weight like this. And if she does, I mean, you can just leave. Like, it's no big deal, right? She is not going to be able to find another guy. She has to spend like a year or two, like, losing weight to get back to where she was. Like, that's not an attractive look for any girl. Sorry. Like,
I am not paying taxes.
Okay. Yo, his GF is crazy. That's the caption here.
Follow the GPS.
I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, if you're letting your girl scream at you like this, like, again, you have no boundaries at all. And if she's the type of person to scream, like, before you've even set boundaries, then you need to go to another girl, because that is not, no. Like, I don't know how low a person's standards could possibly be that he allows that sort of thing in his life, but no. That's a hard no for me. Okay, let's continue.
Y'all dudes go above and beyond to get attention. Then you get it.
Here's the issue, since you females want to play that game, I got something for you. You women say you want a nice guy, right? Wait, hold on. Then you the nice guy over for the guy that ain't shit, right? Now you don't left the nice guy broken, and now he becomes a boy because of you, right? But wait, hold on. I'm not done with you yet. You women think that bringing your pretty face, having a nice body, and sex is the only thing you need to bring into the relationship. You women lack to develop a personal skill. You lack to develop a personality. Y'all lack anything that's gonna keep your mans around. So when
literally, yeah, that's exactly right. In the modern world, basically, in 2022 dating, women are not encouraged to develop anything other than their body, right? And so because of that, what happens is they don't have the traits that they need in order to actually be good girlfriends, good wives, and so guys just don't want to stick around. Because why would you want to stick around with a girl that doesn't do anything for you other than bedroom fun, right? Doesn't cook, doesn't clean, isn't nice, isn't feminine, isn't submissive, like fights all the time, has a Tinder, Snapchat, OnlyFans, Instagram, etc. What man wants to be with a girl like that? Like, it's not going to happen. So stop expecting it. If you want a high-value man, a man that all men want to be and that all women want, well then, you're going to need to do what that man wants. And I've already listed it. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and bedroom fun loyal. That's what you need to be. And if you're not all of those, well, sorry. Like, the guy will go on to a girl that is. Also, nice guys finish last, we all know, right? Like, there is no, like, you cannot get away with being a butler or a useful idiot in 2022 dating. You will just be destroyed. So don't do it. Okay, let's continue.
When the man just ups and leaves, right? Then y'all be acting all sorts of surprised.
Men, if you only listen to one message today, listen to this one. I got this DM from a young man today.
I finally broke up with her last week. However, she phoned me telling me she was pregnant and was a month along. So, again, why would some women do this? Well, some women, their interest is not in you. Their interest is in keeping you around for the benefits you provide. And so when you want to break up with a girl who's treating you very badly, they will turn around and try to do this. Say, you know, you got them pregnant in order to force you or try to strong arm you into staying, because they're like, don't you want to take care of this kid as well? And guys, I'm telling you that even if you do, it's still not worth it. The behavior is so bad that there is no relationship. So I'm afraid if she does come to you with this, you demand a paternity test, and if the baby is not yours, well, sorry.
This is sadly a very common tactic that is often employed when a guy breaks up with a girl. She suddenly calls you and surprise, surprise, she's pregnant. What do you do when you get that call? Whatever you do, do not sleep with her, because
That's right. A lot of girls will, well, not a lot, but some women, they'll buy fake pregnancy tests, right? And they'll say that they're pregnant. Pregnancy tests that are false positives, right? And then if you sleep with her, you could actually get her pregnant and then actually trap yourself. This is actually a tactic that's used sometimes. So just watch out for that.
that's where she's actually going to try and get pregnant. Do not believe her based on a positive pregnancy test or an ultrasound. Both of those can be faked.
They can be bought,
positive pregnancy tests can very easily be purchased online.
That's right.
Ultrasound photos and videos can also be gotten online and easily manipulated with names. Go to a doctor's appointment with her and have it verified by the doctor. And until then, do not sleep with her. If she makes up a reason why she doesn't want you to go to the doctor's appointment, fine. Do not sleep with her. This is such a common tactic that my mom saw during her years of practice as a father's rights lawyer. It is embarrassing how much this happens.
Right. So, again, this is a tactic that can be used, and now that you know about it, you can prevent the problem, right? So, again, they can buy false positive pregnancy tests, they can buy false ultrasounds, unless you demand, like, you can go do the paternity test yourself, using your own swab that you've taken from the kid yourself so that it can't be falsified. You can take the girl yourself to the doctor so that, again, the stuff can't be falsified, and so on, right? So, there you go. Let's continue.
Alright, so somebody reported my last video. Wonder who. See this? Yep, this is what she's trying to keep you from seeing. Yep, she stole about $20,000 worth of stuff. Damaged my motorcycle and my truck, and she stole my truck. Killed my cat. That's right, she killed my cat. But I can't post this because it's disparaging. Get the fuck out.
Right, so, again, this is the idea of double standards, right? So, I don't know if you know this, but if you and a girl do this exact same crime, the girl will get a lesser fine than you. If you do the same bad thing, you'd be in a metal box, but she won't. Or, you know, she'll be in the metal box, but for a lot less time. If you post negative comments about women, guess what? Your videos get taken down, you get warnings, you get cancelled. But if they post negative videos about men, that's allowed, that's all fine. No problem, it's just satirical, right? So that's, again, that's how you know that we live in a matriarchy, in a female-centric society. You know we live in such a society when they are not allowed to be criticized, but men are, right? So again, you need to understand the sort of place that you're living in, the sort of environment you're living in order to turn it to your advantage. Before you know this, you just won't understand. At least that was my experience. Before I knew this, I didn't understand why things worked the way they worked. But now that I do, it's actually very empowering to know that you can, like, again, once you understand the environment you're in, you can then turn that environment to your advantage. But when you believe that you're in one environment when you're actually in another, well, then it's a bad story, right? Okay, let's continue.
This is what it looks like when you are a good father, but you have a bitter baby mother. Today was my son's 3rd birthday, and I've spent tons of money on gifts and didn't even have the opportunity to get to see him. Literally was ignored, knocked on the door, everything. It's time.
So again, guys, this sort of thing with the bitter baby mother and stuff, unfortunately, it's an all too common occurrence in 2022. And this is why so many men are walking away from relationships and from marriages. And this is why I cannot, in good conscience, recommend you get married. I cannot recommend that you have children. I cannot recommend that you cohabitate in the West. Because the laws favor women, so they actually encourage this kind of behavior. They encourage this sort of thing where you get your children taken away, you get your money taken away, you get half your stuff taken away, and then she also can then poison your children against you, right? And that's favored. So if you do want to marry, cohabitate, have children, simply move out of the West to a country that doesn't have as cancerous laws. Research it before, and you will never be able to move back. You will have to live there. So move to a country that speaks English. that doesn't have such cancerous laws. There are a few. All right, continue.
It's time to accept that fathers have rights, especially when you have a father who wants to be active in his child's life. Because I'm far from a deadbeat.
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter whether you're a deadbeat or not. In her eyes, you are, and so you are. You see? That's all that matters. What matters is what the gynocracy thinks of you, not what actual reality is. And that's why you need to be very careful about protecting your reputation. You need to be very careful about who you choose to associate with. You need to be very careful what you say and what you do in public. Very, very careful. Because if you're not, you're going to be destroyed in the modern 2022 gynocracy. That's just how it works. Again, read the book 1984 if you want a little bit more explanation of what our current society is like. Let's continue. George Orwell wrote it, by the way. Alright, he's just filming the... Right, he just left the gifts on the doorstep and totally ignored. In the winter, what a disaster.
I fucking hate fathers that don't pay their child support.
Let's talk child support.
Yeah, so the guy makes I dislike fathers that don't pay their child support. Okay, so here's the deal with child support, okay? If a girl baby traps you, right? So let's say you didn't want a kid, but you know, you got a girl pregnant, whatever. Anyway, you are to blame for that, but not entirely. It takes two to tango, as they say. But anyway, should that happen, the girl can then demand child support, especially if, yeah, so there you go. And so the way the child support works is the girl is given a certain amount of money every month based on your salary. It's a percentage of your salary that you have to give every month. Should you not pay, you go to jail. That's the idea behind child support.
And parental alienation. I didn't meet my father until Father's Day last year. Found a mutual relative on 23andMe, and sure enough, he didn't hesitate to contact me. We talked about how our lives went, and he talked about how he tried to stay in our lives. And my mother, who I don't talk to anymore, made that damn near impossible. She demanded $1,800 a month, while my dad couldn't even make payments on his home. He could barely take care of my brothers. He would have fought for me, but obviously he couldn't afford the lawyers. And he showed me all of the paperwork to show for it. All of it. Don't judge a man by his circumstances. And kindly go f*** yourself with a lead pipe.
Yeah, so something else that I wanted to say is very often when this happens, right? The girl will purposely not allow the man in her life. She'll push him away so that she can actually get that child support. That is actually favored in 2022. That behavior is favored over the maintenance of the nuclear family, right? That behavior is the one that you will see more often than the other one. And so it's kind of shameful, right? That such behavior is encouraged. But that's how it is. Like, again, do not have children in the West here. You want to move away from the West and have children there and live there. You will not be able to have a stable family and marriage arrangement here because the laws simply do not favor it. Okay, let's continue.
All right, I've got a new story for you. And this one is the absolute worst thing I've ever heard. So I had this...
Okay, let's give the red flags because, of course, you guys need to know. One sec, I'm just waiting on this to... All right, so let's give the red flags. Notice her left ear has 1 million piercings. Okay, so every piercing that is past the first one, you know, the normal one in the ear, is an count of 5. Just so you know.
This girl, this child, female child, young, confide in me and tell me that she was being inappropriately touched by her mom's boyfriend.
Terrible.
She was telling me how she doesn't like it, how she doesn't want to go home, she doesn't want him to be there, and all this other stuff. And so I asked her, well, have you told your mom? And she said no. And so I told her, I was like, I think you should talk to your mom about this, let her know what's going on, thinking that a normal mother is going to, you know, protect her child and kick the asshole out of the house. Nope. Found out that the mom actually yelled at the kid for talking to me about it. Found out that the kid got in trouble because she said something about it, and that she said that she didn't want him in the house anymore. And so now the kid's in trouble because of speaking up, because she doesn't want to be molested by her mom's boyfriend.
Okay, so guys, I do not condone any sort of, like, no, this is just, it's a terrible situation, right? Terrible, terrible situation. And I would actually say that that's on the mother. The mother made the very poor decision there to, you know, stay with a deadbeat, basically, a terrible person. This is, wow, that's, okay. Anyway, let's continue. Wow, that's...
Oh, I'm flattered. I've actually been getting this question a lot lately.
Why? How are you single? Okay, so let me harbor a guess. My guess is that she's single because she's enjoying her freedom. She is having her hot girl summer. She's not ready to settle down yet. Translation: she's on the carousel, sleeping with guy after guy after guy after guy. Relishing and loving the attention that she's getting from men. But let's see what she has to say.
The real reason is because I have 4 kids from 3 baby daddies, 2 failed marriages,
oh, Jesus.
And a partridge in a...
Jesus. Okay, it was actually worse than I thought. 3 different baby daddies and 2 divorces. Nuff said, guys. Nuff said. So... definitely there's something in her personality that's leading to the end of these relationships. Probably promiscuity would be my guess, if she has so many different baby daddies, right? All right. Let's move on to the Reddit post here. Emotional reset at 33. Where do I start? Oh, Jesus, look at this post. I'm turning 34 in a few months, have been single for 5+ years, and have never been more fearful about the possibility of not being able to find a life partner to settle down with. Red flag. She said life partner. She didn't say husband. Friends tell me not to worry because my time will come. Love will find me when I least expect it, and I should enjoy single life. But doing so in reality is so difficult when everybody around me is getting married and popping babies. 5 years is a long time being single. Is it wrong to feel turned off when I'm told to enjoy single life? It doesn't help that I live in Southeast Asia where friends and relatives never fail to ask about my relationship status every time they see me. Some even comment I'm too picky. I've come to a point where I dread meeting them if they're going to ask these questions. So... guys, this is the amalgam that I was talking about. She slept around too much and now no guy is good enough, so she's too picky. Also, 5+ years of being single means she's been sleeping around for 5 years, and you can't sleep around for 5 years when you're 28 years old. You're going to end up alone, single with cats and boxed wine. All of her relatives telling her that she's too picky is true. She's too picky. At 33... she's probably like a maximum 3 or 4 out of 10. The best guy she can get is a dead average guy. But she's been with so many men that dead average will just not do. And so probably she'll end up with cats and boxed wine as a spinster. I've done the work, but I guess I still have a long way to go. Ask for feedback from my male friends who carry the qualities that I hope to see in my partner. What do they think about me? They comment that I'm the woman many guys would want to date because I'm feminine and traditional. I bring peace and stability. I know when to compromise. I take care of myself financially. Yeah. So she's a strong, independent woman. I'm well groomed. The problem with me is that I have not learned how to filter guys properly, and I keep falling for the ones that break my heart. Exactly. I already predicted that, right? So she's just going after Chad, right? And she's sleeping with Chad after Chad after Chad, but she wants a good guy, supposedly. Yeah, she's had her fun, and now she wants to settle down. This is the anthem of girls that are post-wall, right? Some example. Guy A vapes and uses alcohol to cope emotionally. This should have been a no-no from the start, as I know I don't want to date a smoker. I hardly drink either, and I need someone who's emotionally stable. Yet I continue dating him, thinking I shouldn't be too judgmental to give him a chance. Guy B met me about 3 months after his divorce from a 5-year marriage, has 2 kids. I only found out when I was already on my way to meet them. I should have recognized that no one can be ready for a serious relationship so soon, yet I told myself to give him a chance because everyone has a past. Anyway, he treated me well, so why shouldn't I? Every time I encounter a setback, the fear of being single forever and unloved escalates. The anxiety overwhelms me. Then a female friend who got married in her late 30s after 8 years of being single asked me, what is the lesson that God's trying to teach you? Otherwise, the patterns will keep repeating themselves in my life. I guess I always subconsciously knew I was choosing emotionally unavailable men, but I've not been strict enough with myself to stop choosing them. Well, exactly. So, the issue is that in the modern 2022 world, and apparently it's in Southeast Asia as well, these girls are not being wise. They're not choosing when they're at their absolute peak at 18 to 23 years old. They're not choosing to get married then. No. What they're doing instead is sleeping around with guy after guy after guy, choosing emotionally unavailable men, choosing terrible men, and then ending up at 35 plus alone with cats. So again, if the father of this woman could choose her a husband, he would find a good guy, but she hasn't been able to in 13 years. You see? So again, this is why I think like arranged marriage isn't so bad, to be honest, because it will prevent a lot of this. Even if she doesn't love, in quotes, her husband, at least the husband will be good to her and she'll be able to have a family and she'll love her children, right? Instead of ending up in this situation. So here I am doing a lot of introspection. I'm trying not to throw myself back into the dating pool until I'm sure I'm emotionally well again. I've gotten off dating apps, don't know how long I can stay away because I still feel that I'm losing time. I've read a lot on relationships and anything related, have been journaling frequently, I'm saving up money and looking to change jobs. Currently, freelance income is not stable, so I can pay to see a therapist and a coach regularly. I've also watched a bit of Kevin Samuels and remind myself that men don't have it easy too, and I need to be able to bring value into his life. It's not easy because I always believe that a good partner by my side will bring out the best in me. Therefore, I currently feel that I'm not my optimal self. Yeah, your optimal self was you at 18 to 23 when you were the most feminine, the most beautiful, the most young for a man. So those guys that you were with then, those are the guys you should have settled for. And probably she was with Chad, who didn't want to settle back then, right? But again, if she had provided a good enough deal, I'm sure even Chad would have wanted to settle. Reddit has been both encouraging and scary. I know I'll hurt myself if I rush things, but wow, I see so many comments on how it gets really difficult for women above 30 to find partners. On the flip side, I'm also seeing folks who got married in their late 20s going through divorces. Yeah, late 20s is also kind of close to the wall. How do I find balance between what I need to do, slow down, remove unhealthy thinking patterns, filter men better, and the fact that I'm running on a tight timeline? Well, exactly. That's the problem. The problem is you should have chosen a man at 18 to 23 and not now. This girl is a warning, okay, to women out there. I'm better than before. No, you're not. No longer settling for hookups and friends with benefits. I mirror the effort my dates put into me, but I still have a long way to go. Right, so what she's saying is she basically had hookups and friends with benefits for 13 years, and now she's had her fun and is ready to settle down. But do you want to be the guy that goes for this girl? Most men do not, and that's why she's having so much trouble, because men simply don't want to be with a girl like this. Okay, let's see. 90 upvotes. I think when this happens, you need to start cutting people out right away if you notice they aren't right for you. Doesn't matter if you enjoy your time with them or they're nice or the bedroom fun is good or whatever it is. If you really want a relationship, you need to work for it, and that means pursuing that and only that. I was in a similar position. I'm now 32, but I started to date with intention of finding someone. I stopped hooking up. I stopped giving people second dates if I knew after the first time something wasn't long term, and I vetted people on dating apps way more before agreeing on a date. So again, like, if you're at this age and things are going badly, like, things have been going badly for a long time. Okay, anyway, I think we're going to end the video here. Again, if you're new to the channel, like my videos, please give me a sub, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review and give me a follow. If you have an opinion, if you you know, agree or disagree with whatever I'm saying, please leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. Again, thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this, especially if you got to the end of the video. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/Helios YouTube. Rumble, bit.ly/Helios Rumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/Helios Podcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/Helios donations and buy my books at bit.ly/Helios books. Thank you so much for all of your support.